Trade winds are important winds that blow steadily in the Earth's tropical regions. These winds play a major role in our weather and have been used by sailors for many centuries. Trade winds usually blow from the northeast in the northern hemisphere and from the southeast in the southern hemisphere. This means that in most tropical areas, the wind comes from the east and moves toward the west. These steady winds form because the sun heats the Earth unevenly. Near the equator, the sun heats the Earth strongly, causing the air to warm up and rise. As the warm air rises, it creates an area of low pressure below. At higher latitudes, the air pressure is relatively higher because the sun heats those areas less. The wind then blows from the higher pressure areas toward the low pressure at the equator. However, the Earth rotates, and this rotation causes the trade winds to follow a curved path due to the Coriolis effect. As a result, the trade winds are not straight but are deflected to the west. Trade winds are found in a band around the Earth between about 30 degrees north and 30 degrees south of the equator. They are very reliable and steady because the temperature difference between the equator and the subtropical regions does not change very quickly. This steady nature helps maintain a stable climate in the tropics. For example, these winds help create ocean currents that distribute warm water across the globe. The warm water, in turn, influences the weather patterns and keeps tropical regions warm. Historically, the trade winds were crucial for the development of early trade routes. Sailors used these predictable winds to travel across the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. The winds gave them a reliable way to navigate and help bring goods, culture, and ideas from one continent to another. This connection between different parts of the world created a foundation for global trade and exploration. The term, trade wind, itself comes from this period, as these winds made long sea journeys possible and helped traders complete their voyages more quickly. In addition to their importance for travel and trade winds affect everyday weather. They contribute to the formation of tropical storms and hurricanes. In many cases, they help guide these storms along their paths. Scientists study trade winds to understand how weather systems move and change over time. They also play a role in the distribution of moisture. When air cools over the oceans, it forms clouds and leads to rain. This rainy weather helps different ecosystems thrive in tropical regions. Trade winds are also important for renewable energy. Many wind farms in tropical areas use these reliable winds to generate electricity. This clean energy source is a growing field, and understanding trade winds can improve the planning and construction of wind turbines. In summary, trade winds are steady, east-to-west moving winds that are vital for the Earth's weather and climate. They have a long history of supporting maritime trade and exploration, and today they continue to influence tropical weather and renewable energy projects. Trade winds are a perfect example of how natural processes shape our planet and affect our daily lives.